One people. His Excellency, the President and Leader of the Sierra People's Party, the Honorable Vice President and Deputy Leader of the Sierra People's Party, Madam First Lady, Chairman of the Sierra People's Party, our national officers, all invited guests and delegates. We are about to commence the National Delegates Conference for the Sierra People's Party for the election of national officers and the presentation of the leader of the party to conference and his election as the flag bearer for the 2023-24 presidential elections. I now want to apologize that the agenda has not been distributed right across the delegates, but we have started it and we will receive it as we go along. But kindly permit us to commence this meeting by reading out the items on the agenda which I have. We will eventually receive a copy as we go along. But the agenda for today's proceedings starts with opening prayers. That will be done by the national chaplain who will lead us in Christian prayers and the national imam who will lead us in Muslim prayers. We will then have a welcome statement from the national chairman of the Sierra People's Party, who will be performing that official function. Then he will take over the meeting from there. We will present all elected officers of the party for adoption as officers, national officers of the party. Thereafter, we will all listen to the report from the Secretary General on all the activities of the SLPP from 17 September 2017 to today's date, 2021. We will then present our audited financial statement, and thereafter we will introduce the Independent Elections Monitoring and Oversight Committee, IMOC, with the responsibility to carry on the processes of elections at this National Delegate Conference. Thereafter, IMOC will take over for the rest of the program. Item 7, which will have to do with the presentation of your leader to conference and his election as leader, as flag bearer. And then we hear the keynote address from the leader, His Excellency the President. They will break. Then when we come, IMOC will continue by declaring the positions of all national officers vacant, and the elections will commence with all the areas that are due for elections. That will be day 1, and day 2, which is tomorrow, we will come here again. The leader will be here, and we will continue with the rest of the program. Prayers, welcome statement, which will be done by IMOC, and they will have a bit of an entertainment. And thereafter, we will be launching the 70 years anniversary of the Sierra People's Party magazine, which will be capturing some of the interesting and rich history of the Sierra People's Party since its formation in 1951. They will continue with elections, launch elections. The conference will take resolutions and will then adjourn the conference. That is the program, the agenda items of the program. I now present it to conference for adoption. For amendment, if there are any, and adoption, they will proceed. Can anyone move that the agenda as so read be adopted as an agenda of conference for this National Delegates Conference? Do we have a mic? Do we have another mic that will be passing around?
Yes, right there.
Where is it? Okay. All right, the Board District Chairman and Resident Minister is moving forward for the adoption of the agenda.
Leader and delegates here present, I, Muhammad Ike Ali, Chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party Board District and a delegate for this conference, so move that the agenda read be accepted as the true agenda for this conference.
Any seconder? You have to.
Yes.
I, Your Excellency, Leader, Deputy Leader, First Lady, distinguished delegates, I, Alhaji Kanjas Sise, Regional Chairman South, hereby second the motion that the agenda be adopted as read.
Thank you very much. We'll definitely share the agenda as we go along, but the agenda as read has been adopted as the agenda for the conference. With that, I now have the privilege of inviting the National Chaplain of the Sierra Leone People's Party to lead us in Christian prayers and invite the presence of the Almighty God in our midst. They always come together, followed by the National Imam. We do unity prayers in the SLPP. Welcome. So we have the National Chaplain, followed by the National Imam.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Long live the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and his family. Long live the Vice President of Sierra Leone and his family. Long live the SLPP and its executive. Father, I say hallowed be your name today. We thank you for a day like this because you brought us to the beginning of another session. We pray that you will defend it with your almighty power, that whatever we do or say here is going to be to your glory. Father, we thank you because we will start well and end well. In Jesus' name I pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is your kingdom, your power and your glory, forever and ever. One country. Thank you for voting for me, and let me continue to serve the party.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له من بعد. نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا ابن عبد الله أبا قاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه المرتجمين. اللهم اجعلنا منهم الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Ya Allah, the entire nation is in front of you here today. We are here for another new beginning. Oh Allah, we ask you to put all the hearts that is breaking together. Bring us together as one family. The SLPP is a one family. Unite us. Those who are there outside, they are not a delegate. Protect them, Allah. Protect our members, the four corners of this country. We accept that today is another beginning. Begin me with this delegate here and all other members. We are asking the delegates, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you all and guide you all back to your destinations. With this, we open Al-Fatiha to guide all members of SLPP and the Sierra Leone as whole. Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين يا رب العالمين. أتونا all thank you, and I invite all the delegates for remember me as an acting and when I elect me back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. Delegates, also remember the chaplain and the imam in their decision making today, as they have remembered us in prayers. That said, I now have the privilege and honor to invite the national chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, Dr. Alex Prince Harding, to welcome all delegates, observers, and invited guests to this conference. Dr. Alex Prince Harding.
Well, nadi now, nadi now, nadi now. Now, well, nadi now, nadi now, nadi now. Now, well, nadi now, nadi now, nadi now. Now, well, nadi now. You sabi, but you don't know. What control? What control? Today we don't come. Now a long journey for get here. A difficult but steady and focused journey. By the help of the leadership of this party, especially the singular leadership of this party. The leader of this party, the Right Honorable H.E. Because a member of parliament is the first gentleman in parliament. Most people don't know. The Right Honorable His Excellency Dr. retired but very active in politics, Brigadier Julius Madadu, is able lieutenant, our sister in the struggle, Madam Mrs. Fatima Dio, national officers, members of parliament, former members of parliament who have been very active in the SLPP affairs.
delegates from the four corners of this Sierra Leone and outside the immediate confines of Sierra Leone, can I say all protocols observed. Today, as I say, now long journey, we don't reach here. It will be easy, but democracy na slow process. But the end can always justify the means. We had a very difficult session, at times difficult sessions. But the president, as we used to say, not in his own wisdom, but with God's guidance, we will formulate a formula called one country, one formula. That one guided us. It's a philosophy that we should imbibe in everything that we do. Or else we don't do that today. Because Slpp, it don't big. It almost big past the country. They were all over the world. The representatives are all over the world. And all don't win power, the party don't become more attractive. So people are coming now to come and join us to further the ideas, philosophies, and doctrines of this noble party. We welcome you all who are coming in, especially the political sons and daughters. So that we can come and be part of the process, go through the democratic process. Also, we welcome the returnees who went really to other parties, but they have come to join us. We welcome you. The line is long, but your output will determine the position that you occupy. You are all welcome. A special extent to those who paid their hard-earned monies to come from different spheres of this world to come here today, especially from UKI, USA, Canada, Belgium, Netherlands, Holland, the Gambia, the Guinea, Liberia, and then we welcome also the local diasporas, like West Urban, Freetown, West Central, East Rural, East Urban, Freetown, West Rural. The very local diasporas like Pujan, Moamba, Bond, Kadown, Kenina, Kono, Kambia, Kabine, Port Loko, Bombali, anyway, now I'll be familiar with that. Tonkolele, Konadugu, and nearest to Guinea, perhaps Falaba. I would like also to finally welcome the local content, the home base, Bo District. Bo District, una there? Okay, welcome all una. I welcome the 107 that come today as very active observers, especially the parliamentarians and the ministers. Now they play with normal expenses at the party office. I expect you to double after I recognize you here. The amount is not too much, but add more. I say thank you. This is a very important occasion today because at the first national conference we will today camper using the new constitution. The constitution is not flawless, but it's good for this purpose and beyond. I'm quite sure we have got a lot of experience from certain mistakes that we have done, certain anomalies, but this is the dynamic party who will take care of those mistakes, anomalies, when we have won the next general election, which is coming as soon as possible. Today we are going to elect the warriors, because politics, I say, is a gentleman's or ladies' game played on a rough terrain. Normally you don't have prisoners. So we need to present to the world those who know games, the dynamics of politics. There's no college or university or school to learn politics. We learn it from the streets in our homes. It's a streetwise profession. And we are dealing with people who do not play by the games. And we are more democratic by democracy, as they say, holier than thou. But please, when we are voting, let us vote in terms of efficiency, performance, and record, not on sentiments. Because this is not an ordinary election that we are going to run into. Our opponents are more desperate for power. They have been deprived from their normal bank, that is the consolidated funds. So they are not taking it easily. Secondly, the president, Julius Maada, has deprived or is minimizing their reservoir of people they used to hoodwink and mislead them. That is illiteracy reservoir. This free education is minimizing that reservoir. That they will oppose the free education. I know within the next 20 years, the reservoir for APC to use people, to hoodwink people, to mislead them, to do wrong things, is going to be completely eradicated. So let us give a big hand to the power. We are going to eliminate that reservoir of illiteracy and ignorance in this country. Thank you, the power. The achievements are many. We are going to behave as ambassadors of Slpp. The achievements are many. If you give me the latitude, perhaps tomorrow I will ask the Minister of Information to come and tell us at least the basic things that we have achieved. How much we have achieved. The manifesto, because manifesto is what we have voted based on those things in the manifesto. And I'm quite sure we have achieved about 95%. But we are not advertising it. We are not talking about it. Because we don't normally do propaganda. We do publicity, and that's the difference. Publicity is too educated. Propaganda is what it is good at. I think let us borrow. But we need first to convince you what we have done. Tomorrow I hope the agenda is going to incorporate the Minister of Information to come and tell you people, and we publish most of the things and share it to go out there to show people item by item from village to village. Slpp is highly democratized. We have got executive at the lowest level in this nation. So we need to go and talk to them. What we have got, what we have done. We say we'll do this, we have done this. We have said we'll do this, we have done this. That's why our president is called Talk and Do. And by extension, our party is the Talk and Do. So let us be proud of ourselves today. To come here to spend 1 hour of high democracy. And no other party is more democratic in this world than Slpp. I say thanks to all of us that took part for us to come here and to ensure that we elect the best out of the lot. And those that God will allow them at the same time to work in partnership with you to win these elections hands down. We have got the formula. We have already written the formula how to win this election, I can assure you. I assured my brothers, let them accept defeat before we start. Because there's no way they are going to win this election. Not me and you when we are in power. So I say thanks to you as I follow the imams and the chaplain to say, I'm not going to let go of this position. I use the powers vested in me to continue as a continuous chairman of this party. I bless you all. I shall always continue to bless you. Thank you, and goodbye to everybody. Thank you. Okay, I have now had the singular opportunity, privilege to introduce to you a gentleman, a young man who is under my tutelage for the past 4 years. He's come up, he's growing politically, and he's performing, and I've got total confidence in him. That's why I'm quite sure he has gone unopposed by strategic means. So join me, ladies and gentlemen. Join me, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome the only Napoleon who has not lost a war. Napoleon, Umaru Napoleon, to come and give the report for the SLPP. National Secretary General. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The one and only Bullet, for that compliment is greatly appreciated, having worked with you in the last 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the report of the Israeli People's Party for the period 17 September 2017 to today's date, 29 December 2021. It covers the activities of the Israeli People's Party, Secretariat, and all the regions. Your Excellency, the President of our Republic and leader of our Grand Old Party, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, the Honorable Vice President, our Deputy Leader, Madam First Lady, our Chairman, Dr. Alex Prince Harding, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers present, Honorable Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the Chairman of the Political Parties Registration Commission, colleague national officers, outgoing, our distinguished delegates, representatives of all our political parties present, members of the Fourth Estate, our distinguished invited guests and observers. I extend warm compliments and best wishes as we meet again to comply with the principles of our internal party democracy as enshrined in the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act No. 6, and our 2020 SLP Party Constitution. A little over 4 years ago, after a long drawn-out inter-party legal battle in our courts, this family gathered at the Holy Trinity School in Kenema and elected the National Executive on the 17th of September 2017. It was a moment of uncertainty, and many men of little faith had only come to witness what was the tradition of our great party on that day. But those with great faith had come to repose their trust and confidence in a team that they believed will work out with our current president, who was only then a presidential hopeful at the time. What many had predicted to be a bloodbath following our self-butchering in the courts of law turned out to be a sterling demonstration of the true virtues of our great party, couched in the true spirit of love, unity, and progress. We left Kenema in peace and unity, and we are poised to take over the reins of government in 2018. The Holy Trinity Hall on that day was saved from darkness by its name holy. And indeed, our good Lord himself came down on that day to touch the hearts of the spirited delegates who, despite the temptations, were able to make a fine choice on that fateful day. The delegates then elected an executive and gave that executive only one mandate, and that was to send the APC into opposition by electing our current president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio. In my first press statement following that election, I wrote this in paragraph 4, and I quote, "The time has come for a change of tone from the divisive and unhelpful language of us versus them to the language of strength and of foresight to achieve sustainable unity, freedom, justice, and development, and to support our leaders of the SLPP to fulfill their mandate, which includes winning the 2018 presidential, parliamentary, and local council elections for the Sierra Leone People's Party." Your Excellency, our leader, distinguished delegates, the above message, though said in 2017, is even more up to date than it was then. We need a change of tone. We need to come together. We are all one family with a leader whom you all love. Let us unite and make him prouder and get him re-elected with over 70% of the valid vote cast, like we did for the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba. For all this leader has done in his leadership of our party and country is to fight, and fight for us all. Today's conference is deeply premised on our unwavering desire to lay a solid foundation for the democratic and political consolidation of our party to govern and continue to deliver on our manifesto promises to the people of this country under the new direction. Your Excellency, Sir, Honorable Vice President, Ministers and Deputy Ministers, distinguished delegates and observers, it is with great humility and modesty that I stand before you this afternoon, having just been pronounced by my chairman as unopposed, to present to you a report from the National Secretariat of our party spanning 2017 to 2021. Before I proceed, let me take this singular opportunity on behalf of all national officers who served diligently to thank the delegates who participated in the elections in 2017 for the confidence reposed in us by them by electing us to serve as officers of our grand old party. It has been a great honor and inspiration to serve our party. We will now present the report on the activities of the Secretariat. 1. The elections of our flag bearer. After the elections in Kenema, the next task was to elect a flag bearer, somebody that was to lead us in the 2018 general election. That election was conducted at the Issa Katko Hall in Freetown on the 14th or 15th of October 2017. What many was hoping to be a very difficult and controversial process turned out to be very peaceful, fun-filled, and full of pomp and pageantry, partly due to the political astriness of the then newly elected executive. The thorniest issue for that election then was the issue of the payment of the fees for the flag bearership, which was 100 million dues. But after a series of meetings, we all agreed and it was reduced to 60 million dues, a decision that was later ratified by the National Executive Council. Applications were received from potential contestants, and the Secretariat, together with the then had to vet them all. At the end of the screening exercise, 5 out of the 8 applicants were clear to contest, and these were Ambassador Omar Bonuri, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, John Oponjo Benjamin, Dr. Ali Kaba, and Engineer Munda Rogers. The elections were conducted, and our now President of the Republic was elected as our flag bearer. 2. Political appointments and job opportunities. Your Excellency, Sir, Honorable Vice President, distinguished delegates, following the election in 2018, Cabinet was announced. Members of our party, including national officers and district officers, were all appointed to serve and deliver on our manifesto promises to the people of this country. Other appointment by Your Excellency also saw party members, both at home and in the diaspora, given very senior positions in the government. But notwithstanding the appointments made, the party remained challenged in terms of creating job opportunities for our numerous supporters who flooded the party office across the country every day to inquire for any available opportunity. This situation was compounded by the fact that some of those members who had been placed in positions have either deliberately refused and we are very slow in creating opportunities for our compatriots. The party has received and continue to receive disturbing narrations of encounters between our membership and appointees of this government. A good number of our young people, professionals as well as grassroots, are still struggling to get an even opportunity. The constitutional review process. The Secretariat, after thoroughly going through the party's 2010 constitution as amended, thought it expedient to undertake a review of our party's constitution. At a meeting held at the Wizard Hall in Bow City on the 29th of June 2019, a constitutional review committee was set up, headed by the now Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Honorable Attorney Yewo Brewer, Esquire, and they were mandated to present a new constitution on the 17th of August 2019. At a NEC meeting held on the 17th of August 2019 in Kono, the draft was presented to the Secretariat and shared to all the regions to study and make comments, suggestions and observations at its ratification in November 2019. The Constitution was then ratified at the National Delegates Conference at the Issa Katko Hall on the 6th and 7th of November 2019. A major alteration in the extant party constitution was the separation of the office of chairman and leader and the creation of the office of deputy leader of our party. As required by law, the draft constitution was presented to the Political Parties Registration Commission for further scrutiny. The PPRC then published the draft and invited the public to raise objections, if they had any. 6 objections were raised against some provisions in the said constitution. The PPRC called the objectors and the Secretariat staff to dialogue and to the dialogue section, and thereafter our party's constitution was duly published in the final gazette on the 20th of August 2020. The party's infrastructural initiative. For a party of our stature, it was no guessing that by 2018 we had only one asset in our name, and that is our party's headquarters, which was in a very deplorable condition. The walls were falling apart, thus making it a threat to the lives of our thousands of supporters who visited the party office on a daily basis. The leadership of the party had discussions on this, and the Secretariat was mandated to set up a WhatsApp group to raise funds for the refurbishment of the party headquarters. With the support of many of you gathered today, our ministers and deputy ministers, and in particular our then former Minister of Finance and our Chief Minister, Mr. Jacob Jusu Sapa, and Mr. Babadi Kamara, we were able to raise a total sum of 2 billion euros to start the refurbishment of our party office. A billion rehabilitation committee comprising 19 party members was created, headed by one of our finest engineers, Dr. John Intambi, and ably assisted by architect Mohamed Kumba, Honorable Sabisela, who are nominated to continue handling the resources and mobilization process for rehabilitation. A rehabilitation program was drawn as well, and the proposed design was submitted to the committee for review and approval. The rehabilitation committee presented a BOQ, and the design was eventually approved and posted to the rehabilitation platform, where members looked at it and approved. Thereafter, we went through a tender process for the selection of a contractor to commence. 3 contractors submitted bids: Nemo Construction, Asheribo Engineering, and General Services and New Construction Engineering. The Asheribo Engineering and Construction Services was selected as the preferred bidder. The bid evaluation was done and the contract handed over to them. I am pleased to inform you that the renovation work on our party headquarters is going on very well, and we want to use this opportunity to call on our distinguished well-wishers here to continue to support us until the project is completed. Inspired by this initiative, one of our brothers, the man from Kailan, Mr. Sajusu, who was part of the fundraising committee for the party headquarters, launched a bid to get us a new party office in Kenima. With the support of the party and the leadership, the descendants of Kailan and many well-wishers, we now have one of the finest edifices as a party office situated in the city of Kailan. The drive to build party offices in different parts of the country has now become contagious, as currently seen in Kambia, where we have constructed a party office, in Moyamba, where a party office is being constructed, in Bo City, where the regional party office is being constructed, in Kenima and Kwenadugu, to name but a few. Your Excellency, sir, I'm also pleased to inform you that Mr. Babadi Kamara has spearheaded the reconstruction of our party office at Koya Chiblo in the Port Loko district after one mixed structure we were using as party office was touched by an unknown arsonist. Today, we are also pleased to inform you that with the support of the Honorable Vice President and Deputy Leader of the party, we are building party offices in Kaline and Port Loko districts. Unity Microcredit. Your Excellency, sir, in a bid to cater for the grassroots membership of our party, particularly women, the Secretariat of our party, with the support of your leadership and other party stalwarts, launched the Unity Microcredit Scheme. The scheme was an initiative by our party to support the grassroots members, especially the vulnerable and unemployed party members who were fully registered and supported the party during the 2018 presidential election. The aim of the project was to provide sustainable livelihoods and support for numerous members of the party. It was aimed to serve as a means of creating job opportunity, scaling up small businesses, enterprises, building their human capacity and entrepreneurial skills, and then link them up with other opportunities. With the support of our First Lady at our Isa Katko Hall conference, additional funds were raised during that meeting, and a reputable civil society organization, CIDA, was contracted and the funds were handed over to them to implement the scheme. Your Excellency, sir, the Unity Microcredit Scheme was disbursed to 3,960 beneficiaries in 729 groups and in 132 constituencies of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I am pleased to inform you, delegates, that the scheme was a success as it helped to cushion the mounting pressure on the party to cater for its membership. That notwithstanding, there were challenges with regards to the provision of adequate funding for logistical support. The Secretariat is hereby recommending to conference that the microcredit scheme be expanded with the provision of additional funds to cover more areas and more beneficiaries. This is one of the ways we can continue to help our most vulnerable membership of the party. By elections. Your Excellency, sir, Honorable Vice President, Madam First Lady and distinguished delegates, the Sierra Leone People's Party has participated in 26 by-elections since the general elections of 2018. I'm delighted to report that out of the 26 by-elections we have participated in, the Slpp has won 16 of the 26 by-elections. Your Excellency, sir, and our Deputy Leader, today I'm pleased to inform you that we have political representations in all districts in the regions of the country with the exception of Bombali district. Our approach to these elections have been swift and robust, and with the support from the leader and deputy leader, we have made tremendous progress in areas we never had any presence. This is a testimony to the great work of our president and our party. The party and members of parliament. Our party has continued to maintain a very steady and good relationship with our members of parliament. They have supported and continue to support all of the programs of the party. Many also are very much involved with the development of their constituencies. Many continue to respond to the general concerns of their constituents from their own resources, even though some still face challenges with their individual members of their constituencies with regards their bilateral engagements. The secretariats have received reports of the work of many of the MPs who are doing everything humanly possible to continue to maintain the popularity and presence of the Australian People's Party in all of these constituencies. Additionally, our MPs have continued to robustly support and defend the policies of our government to ensure that the work of government goes on unhindered. Kudos to the leadership of Parliament, our Honourable Speaker and the leader of government business, and all our dynamic MPs. The visit of His Excellency to our party office. Your Excellency, sir, several visits have been made to the party office since your elections to interact with the grassroots and general membership of the party. One sterling one was the one we did on the day after your birthday, on the day after independence in 2020, when we had very fruitful discussions with the party executive and supporters, and that was deeply appreciated. Several other visits came after your birthday, and you were able to raise the spirit of our party supporters. As a result, but for the COVID, you are going to continue that visitation as the leader of our party and to continue to raise the spirit of our supporters who at some point in time we are starting to feel abandoned by the leadership of our party. External relations. In September 2018, our party received an invitation from the People's Republic of China, and 15 members of the Australian People's Party visited the Communist People's Party of China, CPC, in November 2018. The delegation was led by myself and the Honourable Minister of Political Affairs, who traveled on a 2-week long visit. During the visit, we visited the CPC School of Leadership in Najim, where we were received by the highest level of membership of the CPC, and we had the opportunity to visit the Beijing CPC women, and we learned about the ideas about regards the development of the CPC and the progress they have made so far as the oldest political party in their country, formed in 1921. In March 2019, our party also was invited to an intra-party dialogue organized by the Africa Union in the Ghanaian capital of Accra, where the party was represented by my humble self. In 2021, that's September of this year, the SLP was also invited as one of the panelists to discuss democratic consolidation in Africa, organized by the ECOWAS Parliament. I participated in that process, and it was very much fruitful. Having reported on the activities of the Secretariat, and I present to you a summary of the reports of the region, sir. The regional executives were requested to present reports by their region, which shall be presented today, which was supposed to be presented today. I received a report from all of the regions. We'll start with the Western region. The Western region has 5 political districts with 28 constituencies. Following the 2017 election, the region faced a lot of challenges as the then APC government made it a point of duty to stamp out our party in that part of the country. It started very serious intimidation when our regional chairman was arrested and locked up on the pretext of holding a subversive meeting as president. Notwithstanding that, we were able to surmount some of the challenges and position our party for the 2018 election. The efforts of the region were able to provide the party with 41% of the presidential vote, thereby battering the traditional Thank you. We are sorry for that break in transmission. The efforts of the Western region were able to provide the party with 31% of the presidential vote, thereby battering the traditional 38% votes for our party in the Western area as touted by the opposition. We also won 3 parliamentary seats, 5 petitions against some, and won 9 thereafter. Despite the huge successes recorded by the region, there are challenges that warrant the attention of conference. The region has reported that they are dissatisfied with the crop of political appointees, as many of such appointees are not friendly with the grassroots of the party. Therefore, the region is recommending to Your Excellency and conference that those political appointees be encouraged to open doors to our party membership and also prepare us very well for the 2023 general election. This mic here. The southern region. The southern region is very calm and peaceful, and the southern region appreciate the leadership of the party secretariat, and they appreciate the leadership the party secretariat has provided, particularly at the time when the region was involved in one-level election. Both districts, after the 2018 elections, started organizing peace and reconciliation discussions in constituencies where there were serious controversies during the 2018 intra-party primaries. This move was, however, halted as a result of the COVID pandemic. However, peace initiatives and intra-party reconciliation in other wards and constituencies are ongoing. Work on the regional party office is progressing at an alarming pace. And recently, the newly elected regional chairman, Alhaji Kanja, organized a gala competition in bringing peace within the region. The region has won also several by-elections, and the party in the region has also received support from several people, including indigenes. And at this juncture, the region has requested that the following persons be appreciated for their support to the region. Honorable Alhaji Kanja Sise, the Honorable Anthony Brewer, Honorable Dixie Rogers, Honorable JJ Safa, and Sababadi Kamara and Alhaji Alpha Kalon, who have made tremendous donations in recent times towards the development of their respective districts in the region. Having said that, the region is also calling on government to reverse the decision taken against an institution called My Coin, to enable them to pay all their numerous customers in order to avert any major impasse in both districts ahead of 2023 general elections. The region is also calling on government to create more job opportunities for the youth in the region, and also calls on government to review and expand the Munafa funds disbursement. The Eastern region. His Excellency, Honorable Vice President and Deputy Leader, the Eastern region has remained relatively calm, save for the few disagreements during our internal party elections. The region, several elections have been conducted in the Eastern region, and about 90% have been won, with the recent one in Kono and Kenima. The region extended appreciation to those who contributed immensely to the success of the party in these elections. The Eastern region, however, continued to face very serious security threat, respect to the use of the party offices in both the region and the district. For this reason, they are considering to have a separate regional office, since the current party office cannot accommodate the two executives, district and region, in the shortest possible time. The midterm census is going on well, and officials of the region are participating effectively at every constituency and district level to ensure that the program, the census, is a success. However, they are recommending 2 issues to conference. One, that the need for reconciliation and unity of the party becomes a major assignment for all of us in the party. 2, that the party leadership to follow channels in terms of activities and operations of the party using the appropriate party leadership structure starting from region, district and constituency level. I want on behalf of the leadership to particularly thank the Eastern Regional Chairman, Mr. Honorable Dennis A. Bandi, who decided to take the full responsibility of his entire region to attend this National Delegate Conference. The Northeastern region has remained calm and peaceful. Party activities in the TD district have been in full swing. In Putloko, the party office has been rehabilitated and the rents paid for 5 years with support from the deputy leader and our vice president. Also, a party office is under construction in Lunge, as stated earlier, and it is fully financed by the deputy leader of the party. In Karina also, the deputy leader has rented a party office and party and has also acquired the land for the construction of a party office. In Kambia, the party has won about 80% of all the by-elections conducted. We have also constructed a party office in Kambia, thanks to the efforts of the party chairman, Ambassador Adam Kamara and his team, and all those who contributed generously. The Northeastern region. The region is calm and peaceful. Party activities in the districts have been ongoing. The party has also won by-elections in that region, including an MP seat and the chairman of Falaba District Council, and recently a councillor seat in Kwenadugu. We continue to maintain the strength of our party, especially in Falaba, Kwenadugu and Tonkolili district. The region has also some challenges, principal among which has to do with the operations of one of the major mining companies, the Kiho Mining Company, which has not given equal opportunities to our party members in that district. And also there are lots of illegal mining activities going on in the district of Tonkolili, and these have led to confrontations and affected the membership of the party. The region therefore recommends that the leadership of the party pays more attention to the region and direct activities there so that the party will continue to strengthen its north and base. The Slpp North America region. The region is the 6th region of the political arrangement of the Slpp, and it has continued to support all the activities of the party and also made timely financial contributions to the party. In collaboration with the Israeli Embassy in Washington, the region recently organized a successful event marking the welcoming of our leader, of the leader and president of our republic meeting. The region also continues to mobilize the support base of the party in that part of the world, notwithstanding any challenges. The region, however, recommends that the region be consulted in future appointments of members from the region in order to make the appointees accountable to the region. The Slpp UKI region. This region has been known to be very pivotal in the overall development and sustenance of the party. It has continued to expand the membership base of the party in that part of the world. The region has also presented. The region also recently established the Scotland branch of the party, and it has also contributed to the fight against COVID-19 by donating to the COVID task force, Israel. The women's wing of the region is also very much active in supporting our party base, Israel, with the provision of microcredit base to complement the executives. Sir, deaths of prominent members. In the last 4 years, our party has lost several members, which we cannot remember all of them here, but prominent among them were our former constituency chairman, Mr. Abel, Honorable M.L. Kalon, former member of parliament, Honorable Chagambu, former member of parliament, Madam Soa, former women's leader SPPME, General M.S. Tarali, former trustee North, Madam Gombu, former councillor, Lucini Kalon, Honorable Martin Banya, Honorable Batibanya, Stephen Kendo, Ambassador Agnes Duba, Teacher Tommy, to name but a few, and many more I cannot measure here because of the exigency of the time. Party has also responded in many ways to the deaths of our party members whenever reported to us. On this note, sir, may I kindly take this opportunity to request all delegates and the leadership of the party present and our invited guests to rise and observe a minute of silence for the departed souls of our party. May their souls and the souls of the faithfully departed rest in perfect peace. Party discipline. Your Excellency, party discipline continues to be one of the greatest challenges facing us as a party, with our supporters and members regularly engaging in mudslinging in the media with a proclivity to ridicule the party. Today, every supporter of this party is a stakeholder on social media, where divisions of issues have not gone in favor of people that resulted into bashing others. This situation has been compounded by the proliferation of social media platforms. While some of the platforms are used to effectively propagate the good deeds of the party and the agenda of the New Direction Manifesto, others are being used to spew hate and contempt for very hard-working and honest members of our parties. In this regard, the National Secretariat recently proposed to NEC for the establishment and the reactivation of the disciplinary committee with the disciplinary code of ethics. We call on the disciplinary committee to approve that decision of NEC so that we will continue to decisively deal with our party members and instill discipline in our party. Political parties, like all other organizations, are built on the bedrock of discipline, exemplary conduct, and good behavior. Party officials and members are therefore required to imbibe these values for the success and well-being of our party. In conclusion, sir, distinguished delegates and our invited guests, the threat to our present democracy is real, with the persistent disobedience of the leadership of the opposition parties, as some of them disobey even police orders, thereby stimulating chaos. We must resolve here as a party to stand up to this threat by delivering on our manifesto promises, which will help frustrate the intentions and efforts of the opposition, and at the same time enthuse the attention of the international community to the real leader facing our democracy. Today, once again, delegates, God has placed on you the decision to decide the destiny of our party, to choose a leadership that will continue to serve the dreams and aspirations of our founding fathers. And remember that your decision today will affect generations and generations. Let us remember that we are one family here with one destiny. Let us interact as family members and not as opponents. Let us remember that the things that bind us together are far greater than those that separate us. Our nation is watching. The world is watching. Let us unite to conquer and make our dear leader and president of our republic proud. Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, our party has continued to maintain peace and decorum in the conduct of our affairs. However, as a party, we still continue to grapple with the serious problems of job creation. The majority of our young people and qualified ones are yet to get unemployment. We know the unemployment created during the last administration cannot be resolved in these 4 years. However, we continue to urge those who are serving in position that have employed people to consider our young people and qualified people. To end, I come again greener, ready, and prepared and deliver for the good of us all. Let me end by saluting this body with our famous mantra of one country, one people, the only way out, the only way forward, the only way through, and power to the people. I thank you all for your divided attention. Obayo Napoleon Koroma, Secretary General. distinguished delegates have been instructed to perform one of the items on the agenda, which has to do with the adoption of our elected officers of the party as national officers of the Israeli People's Party as provided for under the August 2020 Constitution. We said that the region shall elect their leaders, the Women's Council and the Young Generation Council, and they shall now be adopted as national officers by the National Delegates Conference. On that note, can I kindly invite the newly elected regional officers, the newly elected women's leader and a deputy, the newly elected young generation leader, secretary, and the deputy to come forward for their adoption as national officers of the party. The young generation leader and deputy and good. Now they come in, somebody is going to move a bit of their above, seconded by another person who is carrying. No, not you. I'm going to propose it. I'm going to ask somebody. Huh? No, they've always been part of the national officers. The regional trustees are part of the national officers. Oh, okay. The elected trustees come forward as well. Okay. Yeah, but they have not come because they have for us a leader. Thank you. Tell him. No, somebody they call on somebody for move a motion for them to be adopted. Seconded another person, they present it to the leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you? Okay, as you know, I said we are more democratic than democracy. We have to go through it. So I now ask a delegate, not a delegate, to come and propose a motion for these people to be adopted by the national leader of this party. Let us do it smoothly. Can any delegate, I want to say delegate, any delegate, yes, what's your name? You come civil servants. From what diaspora are you coming from? From one diaspora, come here. Yeah, no better. In accordance with the Constitution, I, Jacob Joshua Safa, former Secretary General of the Israeli People's Party, move the motion that the delegates elected at Jordan as a special women's conference and a young generation conference be adopted by the National Party Conference today. Yes. I, Sulaiman Banja Tijansi, former National Secretary General, second the motion. I, Dr. Prince Adi, former Secretary General, is now going to ask the national leader of this party to adopt his children. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Chairman. By the powers vested in me, I now adopt all these elected officials as members and officials of the Israeli People's Party, national officers, no sir. of the Sierra Leone People's Party, you are hereby adopted.
Okay, now you have been adopted. Now we have to make sure you take an oath for you to be admitted into the inner sanctum of the power of the... They state your name. I hereby affirm and commit myself to the dictates of the Constitution and the other elements that give effect to the Slpp Constitution, to serve the leadership of this party, and continue to serve the singular leadership of this party, H.E. Julius Madadu, to the best of my human effort. So God, help us, oh God. Thank you. So go in peace and don't create problems. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is Hassan, we have the internal auditor. Hassan Lahai. If it's not here, we'll present it tomorrow. Okay, Hassan Lahai. They don't read the program. Hassan Lahai. As chairman, I continue to recognize people of import. I would like to recognize the chairman of IMOC, our unfriendly, friendly partner in democracy, and his team, the PPRC. Welcome, sir. I would like to recognize APA, the legitimate arm of the group of opposition party members. Prince Coker as his chairman, and all the other representatives from the other parties, especially C4C, Honorable, is it Lamina? They are all over there. You are recognized. Hassan Lahai, did you come with your report? It has to pass to neck. Anyway, Hassan Lahai, I wanted you to come and campaign, but because I candidate for internal auditorship. Okay, please, as I said, we are more democratic and we need to stay. We cannot present it here now because we finished this document about a week ago, and the constitution and the rules of engagement that is in our possession requires that we pass through NEC. So when I do with you, we will pass our NEC. The next convention, when our campaign convention, we will present them. There's now an agenda item here. You have heard about IMOC. So I want to present IMOC, which has been set by NEC in accordance to the Constitution and the rules and regulations of the Sierra Leone People's Party of March 24. So, Mr. Chairman, can you please come to your trivia to be presented for adoption? Then you become legitimate, including your actions that you have taken. No. Wait. Give me a minute. You want to call them? Yes. I'm going to ask the chairman, David Senga, Moinina Senga, to introduce his team, including co-opted members who have helped them through the process that has got us here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. My country, Your Excellency, Honorable Vice President, Madam First Lady, and members, Chairman of the party, members of the High Table. Our IMOC members are Timothy Kaba, Honorable Timothy Kaba from the Eastern Region, Suri Aitofana Alaji from the Northern Region, Alaji O.S. Fofana from the Northwest, Honorable Abu Kebokai from the Southern Region, Honorable Aliu Ibrahim Kamara from the Western Region, Honorable Saliu A. Dole, former MP representative, Honorable Sheku Jidubia, former MP representative. And we also have co-opted members who have been working with us, Honorable Mamadi Gobe, Madam Jebataka Bangura, Madam Kinimo Modu, Mr. Digolo Joanna, Madam Alima Pose Sise, Madam Aminata Kamara, Madam Aisata Michael Atue, Dr. Sao Patu Max Kine, and Dr. Musapaka. Mr. Chairman, these are IMOC and IMOC co-opted members.
Thank you very much. Well, I will hand over you to my superior, that is the leader of this party, first to move we're able to move the motion, and then he will adopt you, because it's a decision that should come from the highest authority. Can I ask somebody to come and move the motion for this group of people, special people, for them to be adopted? Can somebody come from any delegate? Can move this motion to adopt Bond? When I come. No, when I come, no Bond come. This is the local diaspora from overseas, Bond district. This is the mayor, Sandi, the mayor, Bond Island.
I, Leomi Joe Sandi, Mayor of Municipal Council and Delegate, hereby move that the members of IMOC so announced be adopted.
Thank you. And an aspirant looking for recognition is coming. So listen, without looking, I can see you. Come on, move this. One country, one people. The leader of the party, the deputy leader, Madam First Lady, Chairman, delegates all.
I, Honorable Edward Amin Soloku, do hereby second the motion for the adoption of the IMOC members and the cooperative members.
Thank you. Are you going for any position?
Thank you very much, Chairman. If you ask that question, I'm going for the office of National Organizing Secretary. So I ask all delegates to cast their votes for me.
You have got the position. Okay, that's the beauty of SLP. Now, this group of people, fine people, they have had a motion for them to be adopted and seconded. I will now pleasantly ask our leader. Before that, can I move all those in favor? Can you say hi? Now I ask our leader to adopt you. Then I give.
And I have the honor and pleasure to formally adopt this group of people, members and co-opted, as the IMOC for the conduct of all elections. You are duly adopted. Thank you.
Okay. Now wait for Bonsoir now. Hello. So you state your statement and your name. I do solemnly declare that I will do everything humanly possible within the confines of law and decency to ensure that we perform diligently with our rules without fear and favor. So help us, O God. Help me, O God. Thank you very much. You can now go. Yeah. Fear and favor. I don't say fear and favor. I say without fear and favor. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, observers, listen, observers, this is the highlight of all what we don't can now. A party cannot function without a good leader. So we are coming to the stage of divine anointment, divine anointing. Only God chooses leaders. So now I ask IMOC to come and start the process. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Our first order of business today, now item 7, presentation of the leader of the party to the conference and the election of the leader as flag bearer for the next presidential election. The Constitution of SLPP, Article 6, C1, National Leader. Article 6, C1D say, when the leader, flag bearer, and his running mates are elected in national elections as president and vice president respectively, they shall continue to act in their capacities as leader and deputy leader of the party. By acclamation as IMOC chair, I now present to you delegates of the SLPP, our leader and deputy leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party, our leader, His Excellency Dr. Julius Marabio. Ladies and gentlemen, our leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman of IMOC, Mr. Chairman of our great party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, Dr. Hadi, the Deputy Leader, the Vice President, Honorable Mohammed Jidejalo, Madam First Lady, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and delegates of this conference. With great honor and humility, I accepted to lead the party. And again, made only one promise then, and that is the promise I'll make to you again today, that when I lead the SLPP, I lead for victory. Nobody knows the APC better than I do. I've beaten them before, I've beaten them again, and I will beat them again. That is what politics is about, to win elections. And when you have a winning candidate, why go searching elsewhere? So today, with great pride and honor, I accept the leadership, and I want to assure each and every one of us, when I will have the opportunity to talk to you again, I'll be talking about discipline and cohesion within the party. That is all we need to make it in 2023. I will, and I have provided the quality of leadership necessary to register us as a nation on the international scene. We have done things to change the narrative locally, go beyond what we had put in our manifesto. And I promise again that there are great things in store to make our party the most electable, the most palatable, the winning party for years to come. Thank you for the confidence. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, our leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party. And now, the Constitution also 61B say the national party leader be nominated as the presidential candidate of the party for presidential elections at the national party conference, and shall have the prerogative to appoint his or her running mate in consultation with the National Executive Council of the NEC. And now, in this national conference, is the time for us to nominate our leader, His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio, as the flag bearer for the Sierra Leone's People's Party in the 2023 national elections. And at this point, at this point, they now call for nomination, whether they can force the motion for nominate the president as the flag bearer for the national people's, for the Sierra Leone People's Party.
No. Somebody not too much popular to get problem. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will summon up after you. Ladies and gentlemen, I will summon up after you. I will suspend you now. I'm ready for the first time in the history of SLPP. For the second time in the history of SLPP, I, Dr. Prince Alex Adam. Hereby, you now continue with me. Hereby, nominate the unbeatable, the indefatigable, the most successful aspirant in the history of SLP politics. Julius
gentlemen. Any more nominations? Okay. Since no more nominations. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is no more nomination, I will distribute close. Thank you very much. Therefore, I'm the chairman of shall represent the flag bearer of the Sierra Leone People's Party, Dr. Julius Mara Bio. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. One country, one people. Mr. Chairman of IMOC, the National Chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, the National Executive, our Deputy National Leader, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, again, with great humility, I accept the position of flag bearer. We are a great team when we are together, and therefore with great humility accept to be the flag bearer of the greatest party, the best thing that ever happened to this nation, the Sierra Leone People's Party. Now a great honor for me to make una don make me una flag bearer 3 times. The first time una appoint me, the Anyampi the Tifam. They're not for themselves. I've been telling her, say, the second time it not go be no so. Now then they make plenty talk all over the people. Man, nobody not afraid. This time, we will back them. We will back them. So when I love them, when I make the noise, thank you. Actually, what happen and military tactics are play. They say they get 99 tactics, not so. 2012 activism. They pull all the tactics that do. 2018, nothing no do. 2023, nothing no do. And I make me I can tell them before they say, me I get that mercy to make me una Cuba. And they not only Cuba. So now we don't come for the conference, we need for elect the one that will run the party so that we will get a party we will elect. We not for the course we for come together. And they tell you now these are the best family in this country. Not make me blather where we make home. Now the best family. Once this family scatter, the country don't scatter. And we know they allow that to happen. We the big one them. However the plaba hote now for cool and down. Now tomorrow by the grace of God, we don't get all we leadership now so. Then Chamoto, we not be done knocking company. Then good delegate to, then bad delegate to. spokesman also. Then we get only one delegate also. We go get the chairman to the chaplain also. Then we stick the party together. Time Oja for knock SLPC down. Come 2023. No second round. No second round. So I want to say thank you for the confidence owner reposing me, for making a leader 3 times. I'm not going to disappoint you now. I'm not going to disappoint you now. Thank you very much.
Seats. The convention over yet. No, the delegates will go back now and stand them. The convention over yet. Let everybody go back now and stand this. And they can't continue there on the break. The panel accept the nomination. We all know gladly, but the convention will continue. Let everybody back. We will take the delegates. They all go back now and boot. The convention of the yet. The power message will get for himself, you don't do it. No, the delegates will go back and do for stand. Do all the bed. If you don't go on the stand, you will be committing a crime punishable by law. No, go sit down back. Please. No, the delegates will sit down back. Do all the bed with the bed. One country. One flag bearer. One no. Now one man do. Now if one man do now president. Now carry one good state house. Now they do now. One flag bearer. One other one president. Now before we go to the next agenda, no, I'm still in charge. Yes. Okay then. Okay. Now we'll do that. So, I will make una listen keenly. Now, launch for the serve. IMOC. Therefore, set the books now for voting. Banda Obe. So, but during this process, we will ask one Slpp artist for can we launch or we play a record where we don't make called Your Brother is Your Brother. In Chinese, Chinkan Chito Cha Chingbeng. Mende Bibi Bibinia. So I call upon Salia Mudinia. One people. Anyway, when they say this able to work in Mother Bioma, you go away. Come on. Eh? Nyanya ndio this able to go over nyanya ndio Fatma Magbe ndio bangi se able to go man jide jaloma bindinya enya modo bindinya bindinya ndio za mada bi nyambo bindinya ego pele ya mo bindinya
mother with a Mandela. Modini law. Monday better than the area. I have no way I believe. So, can you mother? This is a good dollar. I am a leader of government. This is a good dollar. A body of a community law. So, Bala Anaga. Bala Community. Go to look at the way and I know I can move the hello. No, my lord, send me even Dinia. Leader of government says, never go down away. Can you tell him? Go to Mukama, Cabandelonia. Now got retired Dr. Julius Mother Bianzi Commugo, Tyson General, Temple Branch Jabba, Clean Jala Angelo. So, Mother, come not man and Macomo Milao. So, Mary, we will take into the valley. Mobile Kinabakara. Mobile New Mama, and Nabra Pili. Because Commission Brega took the Dagoa. High to the Yamina. So, Disha, you sat with me. You're pretty in your mobile, Baba, in your mobile.
Okay, so we're still alive now at the Bo Stadium in the southern capital of Salone. Well, the National Delegates Conference of the Salone People's Party, they carry on. And with this, then just thereabouts for start the voting process for national officers. People will go on the affairs of the party secretariat, and other affairs of the party for the next 3 years. The last time we didn't do so, now in 2017. And from 2017 till date, plenty things happen, and a lot more they happen. So, along the process, we don't hear from the updates where the Secretary General for the party, Dongi, Umaru Napoleon Kouma, and the party chairman, Dr. Alex Prince Harding, and now they don't declare the position them all vacant. 15 positions, now then they up for public voting, 15 positions. We understanding that now a total of 17 national executive posts where they up for these elections, but 2 already they unopposed, including the National Secretary General post where now the incumbents now Umaru Napoleon Kouma. So anytime soon, the voting process they begin for their other, well, some of the national executive posts like the national chaplain and the chief imam and the likes. So tomorrow now the climax of the voting, Usai now they then go pick some of the other main party executive members, including national chairman for the party. Already what's going to happen so far now, so as you already witnessed, that the fact that the incumbent leader of the party where eventually by the party constitution makeup, now the holder of the flag party for the presidency, we currently now the president of Salone, then the leader of the party. So the party constitution, the SLPP party constitution make provision say whoever they carry the flag for the party, for the presidency, now going to be the leader of the party. So the chairman and the leader position now don't become 2 separate bodies, as it be done there before, even during the JOB, John Oponjo Benjamin in days, until such a time where them being come, puts them together as a result of 1 or 2 reasons. But later on, they come merge them, and now they don't separate the 2 positions again. Now you got a leader and you got a chairman separate from each other. So the leader of the party, now the flag bearer of the party, where in this case, they don't endorse President Julius Maada Bio, when are the current president, the incumbent president, and the current flag bearer of the party, for continue the same position for 2023 election. So President Julius Maada Bio, they continue to be the flag bearer of the party uncontested until 2028. So 2023 elections, nobody no go contest for the flag bearer of the party, except but only one person, current holder of the flag, Dr. Retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, and the leader of the party. Dr. Prince Alex Harding in position don't go vacant, and all the positions of the party don't go vacant now. So now, what's in I mean? Now that each and every position, national executive positions of the party, they don't dissolve them. And now the voting, they can start anytime from now. Well, if you look behind me, you'll see, say they don't construct the booths, the voting booths for the elections. You see the tarpaulin, where they don't, the tarpaulin structure, the makeshift structure, or call them the buffer structure, where they don't, not temporary structure, where they don't erect. You see the IMOC member them and the PPRC and other observers, they around that premises, they around that area, they foresee say that whatever voting process they do, go on free, fair, and transparent. If you see them got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different booths inside our makeshift arrangements where they that ND. You see the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mamadi Gobe Kamara, when a co-opted member na the Independent Electoral Management Committee for the SLPP. But of course, the chairman for that IMOC day of the SLPP, the Independent Electoral Management Committee of the SLPP, now the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Dr. David Moini Nasenge. Now in the chairman for the Management Committee. But you get PPRC, you get Josephine Leby, where they with some other members of the team, then they supervise the exercise.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw.
So if you see, if you look, just almost opposite the stage, you will see another makeshift or temporary structure where now they go for issue out ballot papers. Now the verification exercise get for take place. So after the verification, you get for go for ballot paper. You see the NACSA commissioner, Dr. Anna Maxkine, now part of the IMOC committee. You get verification process after which you go for the ballot paper. Then from the ballot papers, they get for you go vote at any of the 5 booths and where they near there. You just see already the ballot boxes. The ballot box them already clearly vacant and transparently opened. PPIC and other officials and observers, they're already there for supervise the entire process. So this is waiting to happen so far. So now the voting exercise, they can start in earnest anytime from now. But right now, dinner is served. But it don't mean say because dinner is served or they go for dinner, that means say the exercise for today don't done. No, this process gonna continue probably till it gets darker in Bo City. Fortunately for the Bo people, they get electricity now. We had the power on few days ago from the West Africa Power Pool, the CLSG project where they come up from Ivory Coast. Bo and Kenema power stations they don't switch on in the last few days ago. But unfortunately, however, not all from that supply the Bo Stadium they get. The Bo Stadium they get no supply. The Bo Stadium independently they get your own electricity and not they currently part of that arrangement day. So that's now waiting to happen so far now. So when we talk to the presidential spokesman, presidential secretary and spokesman, Yusuf Keke Thomas and I can tell you basically the president in declaration and adoption as leader of the party and adoption of all the other processes so don't see. So waiting mean for the SLPP and under the presidency, waiting at the mean. Yusuf Keke Thomas and good evening and welcome to the SLBC live from Bo City.
Thank you very much and thanks for having me. Thank you, Bo, for hosting us as a party. Now, where to demonstrate now, Bo Mini Stadium.
You want to talk to the camera?
Now, Bo mission for make sure say we are the most democratic party and a party that believe in transparency. So what don't do now, Bo, for make sure say we get a system we put in place where the party national conference, where the highest decision-making body, we're going to endorse for conduct elections. But more than that, we don't make sure say as a party unanimously we don't make sure say we don't now endorse the president as we flag there for 2020 elections. It's very important. It means 2 things. It means say one, this country will for no say the country we are not moving forward. We ready for the election. We serious for the election because also we get a message, the achievement when we do for over a period of time for people hope. And we think say, oh come on, the president say we now make sure say we unite the party and discipline the party for ready for the election.
You don't think so afraid and afraid president because I only sharp side by the left and I make all man. We are not the president. Well, in English, you go say that's fancy.
No.
All man they go, who's the pass that be? You are only sharp side by the left. Who's go? Are they all man they go? Not afraid, Andy.
No, I mean one simple thing. If you get football team, you get the best player. Why you need for change? You play where they win elections for you.
But Ronaldo said they can change him. Ronaldo is one of the best players in England. Where England never produced as world best, but they can change them when game they play.
But when they go change them, if for instance until where they play, they know say probably don't tire, or they know sometimes this game where they play sometimes, you know they inform. Well, get president where they inform, where they perform, where they achieve. President don't tell you say, it don't beat APC, it go beat APC again, because it will beat APC to go. I want for change them.
Why APC for being target?
No, because APC na the main opposition party. And in any democratic elections, you look at all of your position. Your position as far as we as a government concerned, APC is the main opposition party. So when you look at and say, okay, we want to go back to elections, would I really then get for put anything against Slpp? It go be APC.
So if you woman business, if you watch, you girlfriend or you have ex them. Do all the swag equal election? Now you main challenger.
Well, I'm not gonna say APC the swag because you know APC the swag don't done. What number would they say? Would they say?
I don't know about baby business. Even you might ex them.
Yes.
Do all the swag like you? Now you go be your main challenger.
Yes, but if you get the ex where you don't go pull do man. Not to ex where you go watch you look forward now. So now we look APC again. We then look forward about what you got for do. We only think about APC because we know say in a democracy, not in the opposition party, and we respect them for that. And I make president don't say when we don't go to elections, we don't even get second rounds because the country ready for long move forward. And we as a party, we don't can decide say
why you so confident and feel say we no get second rounds 2020 election?
Because people just believe in development. People don't see say we don't pass MCC. I don't elect to back for MCC. That is a very recently World Bank because credible I don't go boku money. Don't partners them when we don't left this country 4 years ago. They are come back, they are supporting us. But more than that, people also say 2.6 million people now they go school because of free quality education. Then they alone and the benefits people that don't. Now the south, now the east, now the west. So it means nobody they see what is sweet, what is the benefit of. He left and say no. And like when you get 2 money, then you know say, but this man I can better my life. You're not gonna let for a friend and married, they can give problem, no more every day problem.
Some people are like, anyways, you should get so much time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very
and we
much.
wish you the very best in these deliberations and proceedings. Well, we will continue with the rest of the proceedings from this Bo Stadium. Well, an electrifying avenue for the SLPP, the National Delegates Conference. We will cross back and continue the rest of the proceedings, and we will come back to you and tell you and analyze as and when things they happen. But let me get back to the proceedings and find out what next. Get what happen inside them booths and where they see right now. And the box them where you see right in front of you. And the delegates are waiting also for filling them box and for the 15 positions where they're up for grabs. So far, we will continue with the rest of the proceedings.
We don't think 4 boxes. We means in the 4 elections they can happen. And the elections where they can happen.
So when it comes to SLPP elections, we accept defeat. Hey, no fighting, hey, no fighting, hey, we accept defeat. No fighting, hey, no fighting, hey, no fighting, hey, make we know they fetch myself. They fetch myself, they kill myself, they kill myself. When I meet any 2 national elections, they forget together but forfeit for myself. SLPP now we only accept it, accept the friends and then no threats. Make we all come together as well support the causes we're waiting for.
Alright, attention. Okay. Now, anybody, whether they're part of IMOC, let come out inside this ring. Then they can begin the voting process. Let everybody come out inside this ring. If you're not a part of IMOC, come out inside there. Delegates them, please, you know, pay attention. The voting they can begin. First, they will vote for national chaplain, national imam, national PRO, and then legal advisor too. Now those 4 positions they made and they vote for. Where you come, then go direct voting for you. If If you're not a part of the team that conducts the election, now go inside this ring. The management of this all, they are gonna bring one table. I not need one table. Delegates, please you pay attention for how they call you now. When they call you group, you come out, you can vote. If you're not a part of the one that they conduct the election, not pass the green line. Please.
Yes, we depend on depending on
Hello.
so voting they can commence. Then this booth one I see so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets 5 columns. Now a secret room. And we don't ensure say we don't put ink pad and pen. So when you can vote, you either use the pen or you use the ink.
And we want for make everybody pay attention as we recall the very first person. Now the list from the national officers, not to any other person, but His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, as the first person where they can cast in vote for the position of legal 2. His Excellency, now the Honorable Vice President, one of the Deputy Leader, Honorable Dr. Mohammed Julde Jallo.
Accept defeat. But we all alone. So when it comes to SLP elections, make we accept defeat. Hey, hey, no fighting. Hey, no fighting. Hey, make we accept defeat. No. Make we no make one match over that for what we own. SLP make we unite so. Other party then think gladly where we can get in fight so. I know say you love SLP, do you love them with all your heart? So make we never do them thing them, where they make we they fall apart. I want make we all know say the party big for we all alone. So when it comes to SLP elections, make me accept defeat. I know say you love SLP, you love them with all your heart. So make we never do them thing them, where they make we they fall apart. I want make we all know say the party big for we all alone. So when it comes to SLP elections, make we accept defeat. Hey, 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 no fighting. Hey, make we accept defeat. No fighting. Hey, no fighting. Hey, give them four. No fighting. Hey, make we know they fetch we self. How long we go they fetch we self? They can't shoot we self. They can't kill.
Do ya, if you know to PPRC or IMOC member, we don't want you around there, big. You know matter, big. If you know to IMOC member or PPRC, you can at this area, I tell them call you name. Thank you. Okay. Now we'll go to the other national officers then. The very first person, now Dr. Prince Alex Adin.
The incoming chairman.
Alhaji Umaru Dumbuya. Umaru Napoleon Koma.
Not the main opposition. It's the main opposition. So they are the only ones. We have to beat them all the time or keep them down.
And you're sure you will beat them again in 2023?
Sure. Hands down.
What's your assurance? On what are you building your assurance?
The same faith I had in 2018 and 2012. We always tell you that I beat them in 2012. The result was rigged. I accepted for the sake of peace. But in 2018, I decided I was going to beat them in a way that they will accept. And that's how I'm going to beat them more than that now.
And you don't think they're afraid of they make you back flag bearer for the party?
Who are they?
Well, delegates there. You're president, I wish upside by the NEFSA.
Not afraid business, so. Election, political party win election. So you are your best one and I put before. If you say anybody, they will challenge me now.
Thank you. His Excellency. Well, the president, of course, the leader of the SLPP. You hear the reactions we don't give it so far. Well, that's now an endorsement from within a presidential spokesman and press secretary but already say. Well, enough further for endorse within actually in press secretary, we don't say earlier. Well, for him and for the SLP, are the best candidates. Nobody else other than himself. So the SLPP, and you see from the cap them already, you see Timbio, and initially the campaign slogan, Nabim Paupa, now not Timbio. Hello sir, welcome. Good evening. Welcome to the SLBC's special interview. How you do, sir?
I do fine. I come from North America.
Why Timbio? Before now, Nabim Paupa, now not Timbio. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is this. It's not about Paupa. This now every SLP people come together for get prepared for the 2023 election. So this now everybody now. So Team Prezo. So this now everybody.
So Paupa again, not Team Prezo.
Paupa still exists, but right now the slogan will go with now Team Prezo, Team Bio. So everybody for come on board, for get fired up, get prepared for 2023. So every SLPP now one pot now. The SLPP day.
Okay. Well, the roll call they continue. The roll call they continue for delegates and for go votes for some of the positions today. We have to continue till tomorrow because it get for dark eventually. It get for dark, and we now have to continue the broadcast throughout the day. As they continue for vote. At some point, as it gets dark, we have to draw the curtains down and we broadcast for today and continue tomorrow. Because, however, the proceedings now so we have to continue for as long as possible they can for the rest of today. Mind you, now 15 positions they up for grabs. 15 positions they up for voting, public voting. The voting process they on now. Now legal positions of the party now they continue so right now, and the roll call they continue as the delegates from the various regions, the various constituencies, the various districts, then they call it now for go vote in a transparent process. As you see, in a transparent process, right behind me. This now waiting other people go say Kojuma Koju, Bangba Ode, Kojuma Koju voting. Look me, I look you, but verification will take place. Now, the booth where it is seen at the experiment, and after the verification, they have to give them ballot papers. So now, 5 voting process, they have to continue simultaneously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 voting booths that you see in that makeshift arrangements where they don't build. So you see member of parliament, you see ministers, you see different people who constitute the Independent Electoral Management Committee of the SLPP. We call them IMOC for short. Where they supervise this entire process of voting a new national executive of the party. Mind you, the incumbents, Dr. Prince Adin, they continue for the chairman position of the SLPP. And he gets alongside 4 other people we make a total of 5 candidates for the same position as national chairman. You get the likes of Jimmy Batilo Sunga, you get the likes of a veteran, former minister in different capacities, Momodu Kuroma, you get former mayor of Kenema, Joseph Samba Kelfala, then you get Alex Bonapa, former district council chairman for Kailan, when I currently the chairman for the centralization secretariat. So these are the 5 people where they contest for chairman, and you get 15 other positions where they are for grabs. As I say initially, and it will take place right now the back of this position so they analyzed you currently from the Bull Stadium. Abu from the northeast already don't cast in vote. You get other people waiting in the call, the whole call will continue. But let me continue for observe. Luckily, look at where they talk about just a few minutes ago. Momodu Kuroma, one of the candidates, the veteran. Hello, Mr. Kuroma. Would you also say hi to the SLBC? Good evening.
Hi, SLBC.
How you do, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Are you feeling fine?
Yes, well, I'm feeling fine.
You want to come closer for the microphone, please?
Momentous occasion. So every party member should feel fine.
You're not a veteran politician, you agree?
I agree.
Okay, so why you decide to throw your heart into this race?
Well,
now why not allowing them people that we already don't come out and then just contest whoever we need support?
Well, you know, the party, as it they grow, it get challenges as they go along. The challenges of 2018 are different from the challenges of today, and therefore require a different solution. So now it makes some of we don't observe what's in the happen at the party. We see say there are quite a few problems where the party need for some challenges where the party
like which is now.
One of them is that the party is currently divided into camps.
For politics now, campism.
Of course,
you have it's
campism, but when the campism boils over into the public and it begins to manifest violence, then it becomes a problem. But anyway, this is a party where always sabi how to manage your own problems. So we believe, say, in this convention, we will begin profile solutions for manage the problems.
So, and you get the confidence that you go win?
Yeah, I get the confidence to mean a unifier. They come in as a unifier.
But are you a bad fellow with the current leader of the party? In essence, what's the relationship between President Julius Madabio? Some people don't they don't call him
leader. Yeah.
They don't call him for go vote, sir. Yes. I wish you the best, sir. Okay, they don't call him for go vote, so he'll continue. The roll call will continue. That no means I don't go ask him any other time about in relationship with the current leader of the party, because some question don't come around that. So we're going to ask that question some other time. Even if not now, but some other time. Anyways, we'll take you back to the election process, to the voting process. Hello, sir. Can you allow our camera to see through the voting, sir? Thank you, sir. So we'll take you through the voting process in a transparent way, openly. Bangba Ode, now so we can call an Akrio, in a local way. Bangba Ode, Kojuma, Oma look me, I look you. So that is the voting process for me and you two. Now the SLPP National Delegates Conference has then the voting national officers for 3 years. Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Koyo, they do the roll call, and then they come, ask them, they call them.
Former MPs, Honorable Eric Koroyoma, Honorable Eric Koroyoma, Honorable Dominic K. Vandi, Honorable F. Koba, Honorable Bintu Mayas, Honorable Sheikh I. Kamara, Honorable Sir Jama Fasuluku, Honorable Sir Fatoma, Sir Fatoma, no. Honorable Gina J. Musa, Honorable Gina James, Honorable Safula Emily Moidre, Honorable Safula Emily Moidre, Honorable Moiwa Momo, Honorable Moiwa Momo, Honorable Emmanuel T. Bambojo, Honorable Emmanuel T. Bambojo, Honorable Samuel H. Brema, Honorable Samuel H. Brema, Honorable James Ansu Kaisamba, Honorable James Aisu Kaisamba, Honorable Abu Jajwa, Honorable Abu Jajwa, Honorable Komba E.S. Boya, Honorable Komba E.S. Boya, Honorable Francis S.D. Tenge, Honorable Francis S.D. Tenge, Honorable Bokari N. Salami, Honorable Bokari N. Salami, Honorable Nakaikai, Honorable Navokaikai, Honorable Saidu Nikul Mansaye, Honorable Saidu Nikul Mansaye, Honorable Philip Tetema Tondone, Honorable Philip Tetema Tondone, Honorable Abib Munda, Honorable Abib Munda, Honorable Lansana Kemokai, Honorable Lansana Kemokai, Honorable Mustafa M. Brema, Honorable Mustafa M. Brema, Honorable Alhaji Muhammad Fili Toure, Honorable Alhaji Muhammad Fili Toure, Honorable Sheikh A.T. Sise, Honorable Sheikh A.T. Sise, Honorable Unisa S. Samura, Honorable Unisa S. Samura, Honorable Alhaji Amara S. Conte, Honorable Alhaji Amara S. Conte, Honorable Professor Alpha Tijan Wui, Honorable Professor Alpha Tijan Wui, Honorable Brema Conte, Honorable Brema Conte, Honorable Joseph N. Kendo, Honorable Joseph N. Kendo, Honorable Alhaji Siafa Jobsin Momo, Honorable Alhaji Siafa Jobsin Momo, Honorable Ellen Kuyembe, Honorable Ellen Kuyembe,
all delegates for the at tomorrow 9 o'clock to the start.
Honorable Ellen Kuyembe, Honorable Solomon Pitwa, Honorable Solomon Pitwa, Honorable Joseph A. Mustafa, Honorable Joseph A. Mustafa, Honorable
Honorable Yusufu B. Mansare, Honorable
Okay. So while the roll call will continue, we've been stopped with interview with the Honorable Momodu Koma at some point. Let me continue from that point. I've been asked initially, Honorable, what's the relationship current leader of the party, President Bio?
Well, the current leader...
Because right now, in politics, it depends on who that you know and how you know the person. Then go make you be who that you want to be.
Oh, come on, my friend. This is democracy. You get for depend on everybody in the party. You get for ask for your votes. But my relationship with the president is simple. He's the president of the country and therefore my president, and he's the leader of the party and therefore my leader. You know, and he treats everybody well, so we all like him. And we aspire towards the leadership where they provide.
Any special relationship at all? Maybe for at some vantage point?
No. There is no special relationship except that we started, knowing him, and our relationship in the party started growing since 2005 to now. So we don't end the party together. We don't end the party together since 2005 to now. And that is 16 years. So you expect, say, there is a good bond of relationship existing between any two party members who don't live together for 16 years. So that's the kind of relationship.
So you hopeful for winning the election?
I'm very hopeful. So because I believe, say, my ideas and the agenda what I don't present, it appeals to a lot of people.
I wish you the very best. Well, we wish you the very best, Honorable Momodu Kowoma. And we hope to talk to you after the elections.
Thank you.
Whatever the result, whatever the outcome.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. So let me talk to Olailo Eslima, the current publicity secretary for the party. We make for understand, say, they run back for the same position. But let me confirm that first before ever we move forward with any other questions. Good evening, sir. Is it true?
Yes, it's not true, sir, they run back. It's true that I'm going back for the position. English?
You know they tire?
Well, I'm not going to tire because, yes, I still get the youthful you in me, and I still want for serve, and given the fact, say, with the move into a very critical elections when the second rounds of this government and also the APC determination set for comeback, a good for always get somebody way familiar with the issues, and the time very close for like you give that time for the other person coming for understand even how for deal with the media and for also understand the propaganda and also how for sell the manifesto. So because
what are them they hold on there? You themselves equally know the current issues, the trend issues. You not think say na threat to your position, to you this election?
Well, I don't feel threatened. I don't feel threatened. Men are Democrats. Power certainly, I believe, say, they come from anybody, not from the east, west, and south, but not from God they come. And I got the desire, the genuine desire for continue for the party, especially at this critical time. But my work only got to be validated if the party give me the approval. If they give me the approval, then they still want me for continue for work. If they not give me the approval, then it means they want for arrest. That does not unmake me SLPP. So I just feel say I got to give them a service until then say, okay, go and rest. Yes.
Inside the party right now, things not seem to be sweet in the normal way it's supposed to be. You get anything to affect you in all of this?
Well, things not sweet is generic. I don't know specifically in what you mean, but as far as me concerned, the atmosphere is very pleasant.
Well, things not sweet, clear in the public. Say you get the people are waiting on national executive positions, then they fit themselves. You get two of them, we're basically for the chairman position. So that gets your own feeling altogether where they bring to the general membership of the party. You not think so?
Not to
including you.
Not to fed then they fed themselves. We believe in democracy because what we do, we actually they in tandem with Section 35 of the Constitution of this country, and it shows internally we're able to organize ourselves democratically. That's what we do, and we do in a very family ties. That whoever win, yes, I know say elections, the small one or the competitions, always now people hearts. You not gonna believe say what they call PRO say for go votes. Whatever happens, the fact that I put my name forward and I put my heart in the rings, my heart jog first. You understand? You certainly it's just natural.
So the heartbeat overflow.
Oh yes, it's just natural. Say once you don't put your name forward for anything, it's like okay, you want for knowing the outcome for look like. But whatever it is. Now family business would into. Whoever wins, the loser will get for ready for congratulate the winner, and the winner get for ready for send in an olive branch to the loser, and collectively we get for put this party together and forge ahead, because this not just one side where they bring we to the national phase, which is the very critical phase.
You hopeful? With a level of hope and confidence for win or being re-elected?
One thing very clear in all of the districts that we go through, that them very pleased with me work. In fact, they overrate me work, and at least that make me feel satisfied. I think the few complaints that we then bring out, they say, I know they reach out. But I tell them, say, I'm not able to explain nothing now regarding that. Save for the fact that whatever it is.
And the same complaint almost about all other political appointees in this government.
Because it's just not easy. We come for work for this country, and it's not easy. We're not.
We are in our governance and one party.
We're not a superhuman.
So why not separate? Why not separate? You decide for the one side.
We're not a superhuman. Whatever happens, you they reach out. It's just unfortunate. Say you're not going to reach out to everybody. And I now see even why Papa God says going hiding face from Motorman leadership. And the other thing, if people do not like you, they're not they crave for your attention. Now, when people like you, then they crave for your attention. And so at that material time, when they're not able to get your attention.
I mean, like who call this woman? I become like you.
But of course, now me on
the congratulations in advance for whatever the outcome of the results will be. We wish you the very best. Anyways.
Thank you.
By the way, this in any way, let me make this clear, not got anything to do with endorsing any candidates. All the delegates and candidates that we see now, so they don't do their groundwork and homework well, whether unwell or well, before they can hire. And after they talk so, most of them not even get time. Now only with the broadcast is only for you in the house and wherever he is, forgets the feeling of how things happen here. And not got anything to do with the delegates and candidates and here. So if we talk to delegates, candidates and people waiting here, not got anything for influence than winning or losing. Yeah? So let me make that clear. So the whole process will continue and the voting process still take place just behind that. And as you see at the back, let's put on the glasses properly and see properly. And as you see at the back, you see lanterns, you see lamps. These are solar lights where they already don't put a standby to light up the voting booths in case power outage happen at any point in time during voting, or in case anything happens, we're going to take out lights. But apart from the lantern and there, you see right now the polls. Let me take you to Jerry. Please take me to. You see now the polls. You see the floodlight already been erected. You see the floodlights, and the floodlights are all the light poles. 1, 2, 3, all 4 electric poles. We got floodlights. You see them kind of lights, and they already 2 each. Now all of the 4 poles within at this Bo Stadium for electrify or for light up this place, even during the dark, when voting ever continue. So if you see the polls already work they go on. So Slpp they take you through the other poll. If you see the electrician already they fix up some of the other lights. Then I will make sure say things work out even in the dark or when lights go out. So alternatively, they don't want for left anything hanging or wherever. So they made them put their solar lamp. Their solar lamp is an alternative for them, the best alternative. But let me see if we go to talk to. Hello, Mr. Minister, we want to talk to the SLBC. Mr. Minister, don't dodge us, please. We want to talk to the Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Professor Alpha Tijan Wui. Now, he's still a member of the SLPP, an old, a household name in the SLPP. The people they talk to Alhaji Mamadou Majisno. Alhaji Mamadou Majisno. And then name then the ring bell at the SLPP. So then name then like the Professor Alpha Tijan Wui. However, they a bad conversation right now. But now then name then the ring bell. So these are the people where what people don't say now a reservoir of knowledge for the SLPP.
Baby Muhammad Senesi.
They want to take you back to the high table. Slpp, you want to take you to the high table? See President Julius Maada Bio and former chairman of the SLPP, John Oponjo Benjamin. They're in very close conversation, in very close discussion. See the conversation, very tied up. Remember, these are two people. These are two people where we don't at loggerheads at some point. At loggerheads at some point where Julius Maada Bio be the struggle for become president. Then where be there as Julius Maada Bio. But now there's none at the high table. Then they discuss. Then they get tete-a-tete. Just look at them. Just look at them. This not ever happened in public for over 5 years now. But today, look at how the former chairman of the SLPP, former chairman and leader, John Oponjo Benjamin, the discussion not end. But let me talk now to Professor Alpha Tijanui. You just see that picture there. You just see that picture, Professor. What it means to you? Whose kind of picture? Whose kind of message that sent to you?
You know that within the SLPP, you know, go appreciate the brotherhood that constitutes the SLPP. There can be conflicts, there can be misunderstandings, but we are all one people in this party. And this issue clearly demonstrates that we are coming together fully for 2023.
You think Don Benjamin and President Julius Malema, well, Julius Malema then, the alala will be between them. What in the big effort to it, basically, as far as you know?
No, I mean, I will tell you what to get for do. The important thing is there was some misunderstanding, but this is a misunderstanding that people resolve. The whole essence of resolution is because you have a level of conflict. If there is no conflict, there will not be resolutions at all. This has been resolved. That is the important thing, and we are moving forward from this point on.
All right, so this is the importance for you for this convention.
This convention is brilliant. Look at how we are voting. The whole thing is clockwork. The whole thing is so easy. This is a carnival atmosphere. Irrespective of who wins or doesn't win, we are brothers indeed. Thank you so much.
Professor Albert Tijanui, congratulations and thank you very much for your time. Well, let me talk to John Opojo Benjamin again for the second time doing this broadcast at the Bo Stadium. It's just a very fruitful, should we say a fruitful discussion with President Julius Malema. You want to talk to the camera quickly, sir? Sorry. That was a fruitful discussion. Will you confirm that?
Definitely yes, but it's not for public consumption.
So, private discussion, you want to say?
Yeah, what we discussed was an issue between myself and himself, and we want to discuss it further.
You get anything for do with Bulabalo back then? The AFAF Chamot?
We not get Chamot. No, we had no Chamot. Okay, we contested an election, he won and I lost. I conceded I'm still in the party, I'm doing my farming. Okay? We have no grudge. Okay, the party is running, and if they are running well without me, I mean, there's no need for it to make any fuss, okay? We're just talking as old colleagues, okay, on one issue. Okay.
Which role do you want to continue for playing at the SLPP currently?
First, we are here all contributing in our own way. I'm farming, and I'm there as a political activist. I always come in and tell them when we should do certain things and how we should do it so that we have less tension in the country, okay? So that there's political accommodation for everyone.
So you want to be that advisor to the party?
Something like that. I'm already playing that role.
And you're not interested in any national executive position anymore?
I am distinguished branch paper in the party, and I've been national chairman and leader for 4 years. So in terms of executive position, I'm above that now.
Okay. Julius Malema, the endorsements as flag bearer for the next election, and the right thing and the right way they do them now.
Well, I don't know what I mean. Waiting and do.
The endorsements as flag bearer of the party for the next election, whether not the right thing and do and not the right way they do them, as far as the process now so concerned.
I cannot comment on that now because there are procedures to do it, and if they follow the procedures right, it's for somebody to say yes, they followed it. I was not yet to observe that procedure. I was outside.
John Opojo Benjamin, nice talking to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Well, you hear from the former chairman and leader of the SLPP, John Opojo Benjamin, now a household name. But you hear the comments and reaction from Professor Alpha Tijanui. Now then basically, now the name the way where they ring bell at the SLPP in terms of the knowledge, the reservoir, the encyclopedia, if Englishman will put it that way. The one that will get the sex inside the SLPP. Well, now that's basically people don't look up to. But will they take you back, will they continue to take you back to the roll call and the voting process as they continue? But don't forget, any time from now, we're going to wind up with broadcast as it gets dark at the Bo Stadium. But however, the voting will continue. But we the draw down with curtains anytime from now on the process. We will get back to you live from this same venue tomorrow. But in the meantime, let me show you how things unfold until we wind up anytime soon.
Alex J. Bonafa. This is the end of Kailaun district. Please.
and supporters. Unity and love for all. Bukowski, 1-0. Vote your conscience, vote your mind. Like a soldier, we fight together, we fight and conquer. We went through the crucibles together with our brothers, fighting for unity, peace and victory. We are one family, let's continue to be together. Even we unite, the more we conquer. The more we conquer, the more we conquer. One country is on one people. Send me for time, they couldn't have passed. They're continue for peace and power. Sorry, them talk that, them do this, them do that for you. His Excellency President people, I do respect you, we kiss and caress you for true. We don't go let people have first time off. Only Chuchu man, we want to always come together, we love you, that's we feel it up on. Only bad mind, them no one's when we put we from on. And that's how you party them na power than in Donado.
Yes, subscribe. You always watch the program them, but you not subscribe to the channel. All you get to do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And don't and no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All waiting you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. to the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.